Sex is great, and to be quite frank, God created sex to be so sweet. So, it's a good thing. This is PD. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video and hit the bell for notifications. Sex is great, and to be quite frank, God created sex to be so sweet. So, it's a good thing, but it's got to be in the right context. And there's so many reasons why we have to understand the context in which sex works, and that's in marriage. Let's look at this. Dating is for choosing. So when you date, you're trying to find the right person, okay? That's the reason why we date. We date because we know that there's somebody special who's for me, and I'm dating, which means I'm interviewing, I'm inspecting, I'm reviewing a whole bunch of people, to find out the right one. So while I'm in the process of interviewing and relating to people in the quest of finding the right person, it's most likely not the first person I meet that will pass my exam or the interview, not the first person. So while I'm interviewing, if I start to get intimate enough to open up everything and have sex, how do I disqualify them? How do I tell them that, guy or girl, you're not the one? I have to go look for the right one when I have done the whole sex thing, if you get what I'm saying. So it makes it clumsy. And the worst part is that because you've given everything, you've been intimate, naked and not ashamed with this person, then you stay with them, but they're not the right person for you. I mean, life with them is going to be horrific, horrible. They could be abusers, they could be beaters, they could be cheats, there could be a whole bunch of stuff. But guess what? You've had sex, and the sex was not bad. So how do you, guys, how do you tell them, I disqualify you? So you don't. This thing we're talking about is one of the reasons why divorce in the world is so high. Seriously, listen to me. So let's start to understand this. Can you imagine that if you're interviewing people for a job, but each time they come for the interview, you pay them the full salary, you give them the company car, you give them everything, and then you disqualify them, you'd get broke because you can't pay everybody you interview for the job before you accept them for the job. So this idea, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work at all. Another reason why sex has got to be in the right context, and the context is in marriage, is that so many couples actually have nothing in common. They actually do not have anything in common. They both find themselves physically attractive, and that's it. And then they proceed and they're touching, they're having sex, okay? So there's a powerful physical attraction. There's something called imprinting. One day we'll talk about it. So that attraction is there. And it carries them through. It carries them through 1 year of dating, 2 years of dating. And say, we think we can do life together. And then they now get married, and this is why things don't work. They get married, and after you're married, people's eyes open. You're busy, baby's come, you've had the sex, you have too much sex, and everything, whatever is going on. But after a while, you realize that actually, this isn't the person I thought I was getting married to. We have nothing in common. And then the next thing, it's so amazing how quickly people know that things are bad or this is the wrong person after they marry because they didn't know before. And then all of a sudden, it's over. It's over because you guys were never friends. You had nothing in common. It takes some levels of commonality between couples to get along for life. I mean, marriage is supposed to be for life. For you to be with a person for life and be happy with them, you must have some things in common that are of value to you and you both enjoy doing. Note my words. These things must be of value to both of you and you enjoy doing them. So when you do them together, life just goes on, and then you keep loving yourselves, you keep interacting. But if you don't have these things, but the sex and the touching kept you together, that won't sustain you together for a lifetime. It just doesn't. Another reason why sex has to be in the right context, and that context is marriage, is that sex is like intimate. It's all you've got. It's like when you give your body to somebody, it's everything. There's just nothing more. So if we're dating, we're in a relationship, there's got to be something that I'm holding back that is an incentive for you to stay and keep coming, and so that eventually when it's all done, I can now give you this final package and say, well, this is it, and hopefully it's really good. Guys, do you get that? So it's got to be in the right context. It's like if I like to drink milk and I find the milk supplier. Okay, you know, I have not bought the cow, but I've eaten the flesh, I've drank the milk. I mean, what's my incentive to pay money to buy the cow? I mean, I'm not calling you a cow. I mean, God forbid I call anybody a cow. But it's just an analogy. But like, there's got to be an incentive. And so we've got to like hold back that part because it's everything. I mean, like most times when you've given that up, it's like, what else is there to give? So, you know, let's always have sex in the right context.